Freelance reporter Bruce Harrison is watching the story for us from Sydney. Thank you for joining us, Bruce. So what's the latest on those blazes right now?
Arthi, I'm at Sydney Harbour right now, and I brought my umbrella with me this afternoon, but it doesn't look like I'm going to need it. We're actually seeing some sunshine peek through the clouds right now, and there's plenty of people out here, tourists today. That wasn't the case yesterday, as heavy wet weather came through Sydney and other parts of New South Wales, and that rain has significantly helped the fight against these bushfires. On Thursday, when we started seeing some of the heavy storms initially, there was more than 80 fires burning in New South Wales alone. That number has now fallen to 69 today, according to the Rural Fire Service. They have 1,300 firefighters spread throughout the state trying to contain some of these blazes, and they're getting a much-needed assist from the rain. But as you mentioned, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. While it's helping put out some of these fires, it's also causing a lot of logistic issues, road closures. There's been flash floods that have washed out roads. There has been some serious traffic accidents because of those flooding conditions, and we've also seen a lot of different places closed down because of the wet weather. Whether it was an opera event here in Sydney last night or theme parks in Queensland, it's posing new challenges. But most people here, you'd be hard-pressed to find anybody that says the rains aren't welcome regardless of those additional challenges they're bringing.
And you know, speaking of events that are taking place in Australia, the main draw for the Australian Open tennis tournament is set to get underway. So how are the fires having an impact on that?
Well, Arthi, over this weekend, video boards at stadiums have been showing messages to spectators saying that they should be aware there could be a reduction in air quality at the Australian Open. But we've heard from two big names, Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer, two greats in the tennis world, who've said that they're confident in the officials of this tournament when they say that the conditions should be fine to play. Now, this comes after earlier this week we saw a player collapse during qualifying, possibly because of the smoke that had traveled more than 100 miles from the bushfires to the site of the event. Another player sought medical attention for breathing problems, and there's some players that are still saying they're receiving mixed messages, or they're a bit confused about what officials are saying as far as the air quality moving towards Monday's main event. But at this time, it seems like things are going to go forward as planned. Officials have also noted that the stadiums have retractable roofs. The games can be played indoors if necessary, though they don't want that to happen.
All right, thanks for the latest on this, Bruce. That is freelance reporter Bruce Harrison reporting from Sydney.